Move over Picasso. There's a new squad of mini artists in town, and they're taking the creative world by storm. Jason and Kylie Kelce's kids, Wyatt, Ellie, and baby Bennett, are proving that artistic genius runs in the family. These tiny visionaries have stepped into the high-stakes world of late-night television branding by designing the brand new mascot, for they call it Late Night, with Jason Kelce, while most kids their age are busy finger-painting masterpieces for the fridge, which, let's be honest, is adorable. The Kelce crew has taken things to a whole new level. Armed with crayons, imagination, and probably a few snacks to keep the creative juices flowing, these kids are redefining what it means to be a creative powerhouse. It all started when Jason Kelce casually brought up the idea of creating a mascot for his late-night show during a family hangout on the couch. The kids were instantly on board. Because, let's face it, what's a show without a little extra flair? But what they didn't realize was that they were about to become the official creative team behind the whole thing. The moment Jason dropped that bombshell, the kids went from confused to screaming in excitement in record time. Ideas started flying, hands were waving, and at one point, Bennett was just making up words that may or may not have been real. But after some serious creative discussions, they all reached one obvious conclusion. The mascot could not be a shark, a dog, a bird, or even a football with legs. Why? Honestly, no one really questioned it. The vibes just felt right. Once Jason and Kylie handed over full creative control to their tiny design team, things got interesting. Really fast. The kids were given blank white sheets, a bunch of colorful markers, and the freedom to let their imaginations run wild. Sounds wholesome, right? Well, not for long. At first, it was all fun and giggles. Wyatt, Ellie, and Bennett were locked in, ready to sketch out the next great late-night mascot. But then, the competition got serious. Suddenly, it was less about creativity and more about who got which color first. Ellie, in particular, was not playing. She hoarded the best markers like a true queen and refused to share. For a moment, it looked like we were about to witness the great colored marker war. But luckily, Mama Kylie had zero interest in letting things spiral. With the patience of a saint and probably years of experience breaking up sibling showdowns, she worked her magic and got them to actually share. A miracle, honestly. Once the drama settled, the kids got back to work, scribbling away like their lives depended on it. The energy was unmatched. The dedication, unreal. Wyatt, in true big sister fashion, took charge of the face. She decided the mascot had to be pink, because why not? As she carefully colored it in, Jason, clearly fascinated by her artistic vision, asked, "What exactly is that in its mouth?" Without missing a beat, Wyatt casually responded, "Something to drink, because, duh, this mascot should never be thirsty." Hydration is definitely essential, even for a late-night show mascot. Meanwhile, Ellie was in her own world, laser-focused on the body. But instead of going for the classic smooth mascot look, she had a game-changing idea. This mascot needed hair. Lots of hair. And then there was Bennett, sweet little Bennett, who was less concerned with creative concepts and more determined to give the mascot something it would definitely be needing. Legs, but not just any legs. Chicken legs. Because according to Bennett, they just make sense. Once all the pieces were done, it was time for Jason to step in and pull it all together. Like a true dad who was just rolling with whatever his kids came up with, he took their designs and turned them into a cohesive, well, sort of, mascot. The final product? A funny-shaped mascot with a pink face, a drink in its mouth, hair all over its body, one pizza hand, and chicken legs. Pretty iconic by less than 5-year-old standards. But the real cherry on top had to be the name. Ellie, with her classic toddler confidence, threw out the first suggestion, Dragon. Then came Wyatt, the undisputed queen of comedy, who decided to take things up a notch and proudly declared, McFart fart butt butt. Yes, you read that right. And just like that, The Kelce family's highly sophisticated late-night mascot was officially named Dragon McFart, Fart, Butt. At this point, you'd think Jason was just humoring his kids, letting them go wild with crayons, hyping up their questionable design choices, and playing along with the whole Dragon McFart Fart Butt situation. Like, no way was this man actually going to bring their pink, fluffy-haired, drink-sipping, chicken-legged creation to life, right? Well, wrong. Because Jason Kelce is a man of his word, and in what might be the most unexpected yet wholesome dad move of the century, he actually had the mascot made. Not just a sketch, not just a joke. A full-on, professionally designed mascot based on the wild imagination of 3 tiny humans who still argue over who gets the blue marker. When the day came to reveal the mascot on They Call It Late Night with Jason Kelce, it was absolute cinema. After Jason talked about the whole idea of creating a mascot for the show with his kids and how it went, he called out, "Dragon McFart Fart Butt." The mascot walked out, and once it stood there in all its chaotic glory, the crowd absolutely lost it. Pink face. Check. Luscious flowing hair. Check. Beverage in its mouth. Check. Chicken legs. Double check. It was unhinged, unforgettable, and somehow, against all odds, this Frankenstein of a mascot had become real. Kylie and the audience definitely believed the kids did a great job, and there was Jason, looking way too proud of himself, knowing full well that he had just immortalized his kids' creation into late-night TV history. But honestly, the fact that Jason and Kylie actually included their kids in something as big as designing a mascot for a late-night show is next-level parenting. A lot of times, kids get brushed off when they have big ideas, with grown-ups telling them stuff like, "That's cute, but let the adults handle it." And before you know it, they start doubting themselves. But that isn't the case in the Kelce house. Jason and Kylie let their kids do stuff, and not only did they listen to their wild ideas, but they also brought them to life. That kind of thing is so massive for a kid's confidence. The best part of it all is that Wyatt, Ellie, and Bennett just learned something huge. Their voices matter. Their ideas, no matter how silly or creative, deserve to be heard. They are not just kids in the background of their parents' lives. They are active participants in the fun, the chaos, and even the success. And honestly, we totally get why Travis Kelce has so much respect for Jason and Kylie's parenting style. Travis has always looked up to his big brother, but seeing Jason and Kylie absolutely crush it as parents, that's a whole new level of admiration. So, what do you think? Should Travis and Taylor let Wyatt, Ellie, and Bennett design their future wedding theme? Or is the world not prepared for that level of creativity? And how long before Dragon McFart, Fart Butt gets its own merch line? Would you be buying? Let us know in the comments section. And if you don't want to miss out on the hottest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to the channel.